Yo, it's JPR Advance. Me got baby face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water, make Gulf US survey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Me got baby face, me got big chair. Trump bad, Trump good, me no care. Me write big book, kill billies and stuff. Now me important, we're tired tough. Me go Yale school, me learn big word. Now me forget everything me heard. Silicon people give me job, me take. Now me like Trump, me make no mistake. Yo, it's JD Advance. Fight walk folk, me say never die. Me protect kids, me born liberal. Him, them, there. America simple, only two gender. Me face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water, make Gulf US survey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. So many gender for my agenda. Went on a bender, execo the sender. Might take Panama just like na. Might take Gaza, pop then a plaza. With this my majesty. Fuck. What's up, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Major IDOT of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Thursday. Professional streamer. One of the best. You would think after 3 fucking streams today, or how many of you I've done, you would think I'd get one of them right. But yet here we are. Here we are. But good to see good to see all of you here. Good Lord. What a disaster. What a disaster. Nas says any retail worker that's this late should not keep his forklift certification. Forklift certified. That's what's up. The 199. Vlad says, here we go, another grift. Vault 95 says, well, fine. Epic Burst is taking too long to go live. Mar Miller says, great point, you big. Nandor says, mute tax. NPC Hero says, D-Day Yapper. Nas says, late and mute. Now we're docking your pay. Q-Ball says, again, Jeremy, tax. Thank you so much. But yes, we have to get rolling because I am playing Arc Raiders tonight for the first time on stream. It's happening. Arc Raiders on D-Day Cobra Gaming tonight. I don't know what's going to happen, but I've been playing it a little bit offline in solos, and I'm loving it. So this will be the first time that I've played it multiplayer with friends. So we'll see. We'll see. Don't listen to Beardo's advice. He's always wrong. That is true, actually. Fact check true. So check this out. Tomorrow could be a huge day. Tomorrow could be a huge day because Trump and Mamdani are going to be meeting in the White House. And I think it's probably going to be must-see TV. So this is going to be huge. I don't know what to expect, but I don't. Now, if anyone knows what time this is supposed to take place, please let me know, because I have to be on Friday Night Tights tomorrow. So I want to cover the Mamdani Trump Oval Office meeting, but I also have to be on Friday Night Tights. So I need to know what time.
go on and on.
But here is Eric Trump talking about the meeting with Mamdani right here. He says, if Mamdani tries to showboat Donald Trump in the Oval Office tomorrow, it will backfire massively. Trying to be tough guys won't end up well. My father performs better than anybody in that moment. 100%.
Go on and on. You have a person who wants to further increase taxes and devastate New York, and he wants to nationalize grocery stores and other things. I can tell you there's a lot of people who have gone into the White House before and tried to make a scene and tried to have a big PR event, and I think most of the people got laughed out of it. I mean, we saw that with Zelensky. I think I could probably name 25 people who went into the White House trying to be tough guys, and it didn't end up all that well for them. My father's, I think, performs probably better than anybody in that moment, but we'll see. I mean, my father loves New York. He cares about New York. He wants to see the best for New York. So he would have an open door, and I'm proud of him for having an open door. I don't think this is the right direction from New York. I hope this guy is a lot more bravado than he is real action, but we'll see tomorrow. And, and again, this is Donald Trump at his best. If the guy wants to showboat, I think, he'll showboat right back. And there's no one that does that better than the commander in chief, as you know, better than any.
Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. That's going to be must-see TV. I mean, that's just going to be absolute gold. I have to imagine it's going to be, sometime, maybe around 11 or 12, I'm hoping. So, let's see. Patty McShane says, Jeremy is a liberal with conservative opinions. What the fuck does that mean? What does that even mean? Cox says, hey, Jeremy, want to learn a new word? Don't worry. I'll give you the pass. NPC Hero says, just a few days after Chuck E. Cheese gets arrested at my local Chuck E. Cheese is already closing. Really? Woke Cobra. It means you're a massage agent. Jeremy will go crazy if he can't cover it. That is very true. That is absolutely true, 100%. So hopefully I will be able to. We will see. Now we've got this right here. Chuck E. Cheese has been bad for you. I haven't been to a Chuck E. Cheese in forever. So right here, apparently X has started to roll out verified country origins for users. It's currently only available for your own profile, but will soon be visible to other users. So let's see if that's, let me go to my account. Let's see here. I mean, I don't see it on my account. My account still just says Florida, which that's what I put though. Edit profile. Yeah, I don't see anything about that yet. So, any word on Nate? Yes, absolutely. Hang on and I'll show you. Let's see. Jeremy's in Pakistan. Yeah, eventually they're going to find out. So we might as well be honest about it now. We might as well tell everybody what's going on. Don't want to get busted. Right here. Uncivil law. Update on Nate the lawyer. Now that I have permission to share more, 90 to 95% of the mass in his skull was able to be removed. Remaining part not removed due to it being intertwined with blood vessels, still believed to be non-cancerous. So ultimately, and there he is right there. That is awesome. Prayers up, man. Prayers up. I can't even process going through what he went through, man. So it's absolutely incredible. Prayers work, baby. Prayers work. And that's what Nate tweeted out, actually. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Prayer works right there. So, and then that's him right there. Okay, cancer sucks. I made it. Now the hard part begins after a 12-hour surgery. Crazy. So there you have it. He is doing well, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing well. Zinni Biscuits' conspiracy theory, I have Jeremy is the long-lost son of John Schneider, Bo Duke. They have the same crazy blonde curly hair. Of course, I'm joking. Thank you, Zinni Biscuit. 12-hour surgery is just, it's hard to even process. It really is, man. But okay, so I didn't know that this was back on the menu, but ladies and gentlemen, apparently body shaming is back on the menu. Now, I don't want to make anybody feel bad. I don't want to make anybody feel like they, aren't up to par. But you may not like it, but this is what peak physical specimen looks like. Grok insists that Elon Musk is more fit than LeBron James. If Grok says it, it must be true. LeBron, you need to step up if you want to get on Elon's level, okay? Elon is peak physical male species. You don't have to like it, but that's what it is, okay? Like it or not, this is what peak performance looks like. He's studied nature to find the most optimal form. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Elon Musk in perfect condition, according to Grok. Now, I do have the biblically accurate Elon build, which is right here. Biblically accurate Elon build. There you have it. And yes, haters will say it's photoshopped, but it's not. So you have President Trump, who is 6'3", 215 pounds. He could be the UFC champion, but he chooses to make America great again. And now you have Elon Musk, who is in better shape than LeBron James, according to Grok. All we can do is believe it because it has to be true, because Grok said it to be true. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so we have this from Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly's really pissed off at Mark Levin. She says, "You absolutely did, you lying piece of shit, Mark Levin show. You won't be happy until you get someone killed." I have not heard this audio at all, but now, Megyn, I never called you a Nazi, and I never called you an anti-Semite, which you accused me of saying as well.
I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this Jew hatred from the Marxists, the Islamists, the neo-Nazis, the grifters, I don't know where they're pulling us and pushing us. What do they want to do with American Jews? What do they want to do? Where are they taking this country? They're destroying it. Carlson, Owens, Kelly, Bannon, the rest of them, and others. I don't know where this is going.
This guy has lost his mind, dude. I mean, he has absolutely lost his mind. And I'm going to be honest. When he said grifters, I took that personally. I didn't know Mark Levin knew who I was, but I'm pretty much I'm taking that one personally right there, calling out the grifters. That bothers me. So Ministry of Wrongthink says, "I think Epstein was bigger than we even realize. Why were there members of Congress going out of their way to converse with Jeffrey for advice money? I don't think he was just a blackmail handler." I mean, you're probably right about that. So I think that we're going to hopefully find out some more information on that. But, it's starting to get pretty dirty with the Democrats and finding out all the stuff that they had going on. So they're not happy about it, but it's their fault. They put themselves in this position right here. They did it and nobody else. And that is just the reality of it. So right here, like I said, tomorrow we have this Mamdani and Trump meeting. I saw this headline: Trump tortures Mamdani ahead of explosive Oval Office showdown. What did he? I don't know what Trump said. So
let's talk about your job, which is the administrator of EPA. Okay. There's a few things I want to talk to you about. One is governorship in New York, because polls just came out with Hochul against Stefanik. I think it's a Siena poll that shows Hochul is ahead by 20 points. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'd like to see that for, governor of New York. Two, Mamdani. I think Mamdani is coming to visit the White House with the president, and the president's incredible, noble, generous tweet about him inviting him. I don't know if you saw the tweet, how he coined it. It's very interesting. I want to talk about that. And then with EPA, a lot of things are tied to you.
I want to hear the Trump stuff.
Of New York, what we experience, people that, and like the president, into playing along with something that's going to set the city back. Don't try to go down, try to open up that door with this guy, because that isn't a door.
Yeah, I agree. And by the way, what gave me that feeling is this tweet. He doesn't say the mayor of New York City, Mamdani, is coming for a meeting. He said the communist mayor. So this tweet isn't for us. This isn't for you. This isn't for the voters. This is only for one person that he voted the way that he did. It's to Mamdani. He wants Mamdani to know, you're not coming here in a friendly place for us to sit down. Come and see what you're going to be doing. How much does Mamdani need him? Because, when he got elected, he said, we're going to raise taxes by 2% on billionaires, and that's going to give us this much. And then we're going to raise the corporate taxes and match what it is in New Jersey, because it's going to be an increase of 4.2, 4.3%. And that's going to give us our $6 billion or $5 billion that he needs. I don't know the exact numbers, but to be able to fund the free buses, the this, the that, the this, right? And then Hochul, while he's running, she's not saying anything. And then he wins. Then she says, no, we're not raising taxes on billionaires on the city. Now, 4 days ago, they had a meeting. Now she's saying she's willing to entertain raising taxes, corporate taxes on businesses in New York City. She's willing to entertain it right there, considering raising corporate taxes, sources says, of November 14 after the meeting. So, but how much does Mamdani, obviously he needs Hochul, but how much does he need President Trump?
So here's the first threshold.
It sounds to me like he's already starting to kiss up to President Trump, and that's what's going to be interesting about this Oval Office meeting. I don't know how much is going to be aired. I would imagine Trump is going to have the cameras on. I would imagine it's going to be just absolute must-see TV. I imagine. But it sounds like he's starting to kiss up to Trump right now because he knows he has to. That's what it seems like, which is so funny, because all of the people that he pandered to do not want him kissing up to Trump. They are getting really, really mad.
Old question. What's more important to Mamdani? Is it to get reelected in 4 years? Is it to win a Democratic primary for New York City mayor or something else in the future? Or is his priority right now the future of New York City? Is he prioritizing his job? Like he cares about the city he was just elected to be mayor of. Because if it's the latter, then he needs President Trump a lot. If he's only focused on trying to win a Democratic primary, then Mamdani's coming into this meeting and he's thinking, okay, I don't really care what happens behind closed doors. But as soon as it's over, I can't wait to get to the media cameras. This is like the Senator Schumer play. This is what you see. I was inside of the West Wing when Senator Schumer came into the White House, and like he was sprinting past me to get out with, and Hakeem Jeffries was right behind him. He was sprinting out to get to the cameras right outside of the West Wing. And then after he does his talk with the journalists, the reporters, whatever, he comes back in and he's like at a third the speed and he's like catching his breath. If Mamdani's focus going into that meeting is just to sprint out to the cameras afterwards, then maybe it doesn't matter in his mind what happens inside, because all he cares about is speaking to that base. But what's most important? I mean, like, there's a time for government, and there's a time for politics. If it's the day before Democratic primary and you're messaging to those Democratic voters, we all get it. We expect it. The election is over. Now it's time to lead the city. And as it relates to the money that the federal government ends up sending towards the state, if it's about the partnership, it's safety. I mean, President Trump is securing big cities. I've seen it inside of Washington, D.C. When President Trump sent in the National Guard in August, like overnight, all of a sudden, things just started to immediately get safer. And he's doing that in other cities as well. Like the president.
Mom Donnie has no chance against Trump tomorrow. None. And I mean, there was I'm trying to find it right here. There was a press conference from Mom Donnie. What is this right here? Okay, so this is Mom Donnie right now, okay? Changing his tune.
My administration would be Donald Trump's worst nightmare. I have many disagreements with the president, and I believe that we should be relentless and pursue all avenues and all meetings that could make our city affordable for every single New Yorker. I intend to make it clear to President Trump that I will work with him on any agenda that benefits New Yorkers.
Dude has backpedaled quickly. Like, dude, that was a quick backpedal. Basically, I'm going to sell you a bunch of bullshit, and then I'm going to flip as soon as I get there. There you have it right there.
Doesn't want to bring these resources to New York City for the purpose of, setting a city back. He's not doing it to, for a bad intention. Like he wants to clean up the city that he loves. And there's so many federal resources even beyond.
And here's where Trump tweeted it out. Communist mayor of New York, Zoran Kwame Mamdani, has asked for a meeting. We have agreed that this meeting will take place at the Oval Office on Friday, November 21st. Further details to follow. I love it. He's already got nicknames. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. So this is tomorrow. Again, if anybody has heard a time of when this is going to happen, I would love an update, but I've heard nothing at this point in time. So hopefully we will get something soon. I'm looking forward to it. I can't freaking wait. Hopefully it's I'm hoping it's earlier because I got to do FNT tomorrow. FNT is going to be lit tomorrow, by the way. By the way, I figured it out. So if you go to your account, and hit joined on, there it is. So there you have it right there. You hit the joined on date and then the account based in. So you can see it on your own account. But I don't think you can see it on other people's account yet, but they're slowly rolling that out. Let's see here. What is this? What question, have you decided if you'll run for president in 2028? That is to Ron DeSantis.
Have you decided whether you're going to run for president again?
No, because we have one president that just got in office less than a year ago, and that's really the opportunity to change the country. There's obviously been a lot of positives with shutting the border.
What a perfect answer. What a perfect answer, DeSantis. This is the DeSantis that we love right here.
Because we have one president that just got in office less than a year ago, And that's really the opportunity to change the country. There's obviously been a lot of positives with shutting the border and some of the other things, but Congress needs to be more productive. There's a lot more meat on the bone for them to do. And if you look at what happened in the elections 2 weeks ago, Republicans got their clock clean. Going into the midterms, you got to have a different dynamic. And I think the way you keep Congress is to be productive, for these members to produce good legislation. It can't be all President Trump's shoulders having to do executive orders.
And is this, have you decided whether you're going to run for president?
Answer from Ron DeSantis. Perfect. That's the DeSantis we need more of right there. So you love to see it. Let's see here. Okay. These troll accounts are out of control on Twitter. People are falling for this. So I got to bring a little entertainment world into this for just a second because it just showed up in my feed. But discussing fish, not to be confused with discussing film. Paramount CEO David Ellison confirms that the Snyderverse will be restored if Paramount successfully purchases Warner Brothers. We have to do it for Charlie. And people are buying it. It's got 19,000 likes. It's got 19,000 likes. If you know, you know. That's really good. That's a good troll. I respect the troll. I respect it. So oh boy. Okay, next up on let me get a few super chats really quick. Ministry of Wrong Thing for 10 says, also let's dispel something right now. GOP are also in the files. It's not out yet. Throw away any tribalism. Rhinos aren't our allies. The GOP was also Trump's enemy in 2016. They're not clean. Well, I agree completely. That kind of goes without saying, but I agree completely. I mean, the Rhinos. I mean, we saw it today with Dick Cheney's funeral, and all the Rhinos were there. The deep state was there. They didn't invite Trump or Vance because, of course, they didn't. So yeah, I get it. But we got more important things to worry about, and because I've told you guys, man, racism is bad, and we have to end racism. That's the most important thing facing our country right now. So, yeah. So I'm sure you guys heard about Representative McCormick, who was indicted for allegedly stealing $5 million in FEMA funds. Did you guys hear about this? Indicted for allegedly stealing $5 million in FEMA funds. Guess whose fault it is? Guess whose fault it is? Let's listen to her. Guess whose fault it is? God, I can't hear anything she's saying. Okay, well, since we can't hear it, she's basically saying it's because she's black. She has been targeted because she is a black woman, and she is being targeted for being a black woman, and that is the only reason. That's the only reason. Because she's black. We have to stop racism. Racism bad. Racism horrible. I can't believe that this is the country we live in. Is this one got any better audio to it? No, can't hear a damn thing she's saying. So, reporter, thoughts on the indictment? She says, this is an unjust indictment. I look forward to my day in court so I can prove myself and actually state my the truth. She then says, but if this is what Congress is becoming, where they always try to intimidate you, scare tactics, especially attacking minorities, black and brown people, then we are going to have to keep fighting for the district. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They're just targeting black and brown people. I don't even recognize this country anymore. Racism is so bad. This just bothers me. Like we have to do better. Okay? We have to do better, ladies and gentlemen. We have to do better.
If you're a white player in these locker rooms, I think it's incumbent upon you to really help with the change. I saw Dylan Bowles there from Stanford involved. And I think, Trevor Lawrence at Clemson has been involved.
Yeah.
I think it's one thing to have rallies.
Yeah.
It's one thing to skip a practice because of social injustice. It's one thing for the NBA and the NFL to miss games to make a statement. Those things are great.
Yeah.
But my question is, what's next? What does that lead to? You go back to practice the next day.
I agree.
What will lead to change? And I really think, I was talking to David Shaw, the head coach at Stanford, who really, he and I had a great talk. I love listening to his wisdom and his thoughts. And he shared
he's black, by the way. The guy he was talking to is black because, his wisdom, he's black. So he's got to be smart.
A quote to me and reminded me from Benjamin Franklin. He said, justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are.
Hell yeah.
And I think,
you hear that, white boys out there? White people? White people need to stop all of the racism. You think when you see black people stealing Jordans, stealing all of these TVs, video game systems, well, maybe if you would stop being racist, they wouldn't have to do that.
That's what I mean when I think the black community is hurting.
Yes.
If you've listened and the word empathy and compassion over these last 4 months, how do you listen to these stories and not feel pain and not want to help? You know what I mean? It's like wearing a hoodie and putting your hands at 10 and 2. Oh God, I better look out because I'm wearing Nike gear. Like what? What are we talking about? And so
I wear Crocs. I don't have to worry about that. It's not like police are targeting people with Crocs. I'm a white guy in the redneck Riviera wearing Crocs. I don't have to worry about getting targeted. But if I put Nikes on, bro, it is over. It is over.
You can't relate to that if you're white, but you can listen and you can try to help because this is not okay. It's just not.
It's not.
And
you gotta do better, man.
We gotta do better, man. We gotta like lock arm in arm and be together in a football locker room. That stuff is gone. Those barriers are gone. And we got to do better.
It's one of the things.
You got to see the comments. Look at 8,200 downvotes. I don't know if we can read these comments. These comments are probably going to be rough. They're probably going to be rough. Okay. Let's see here. His name was David Dorn. I bet they and everyone clapped. I felt my IQ dropping, or my IQ drop watching this video go down. Didn't actually have the stomach to watch the virtue signaling, just came here to see the comments. Most pathetic thing I've seen in a long time. The funniest part was seeing Lee Corso's face when Kirk Herbstreit starts crying. This is how a meme is born. Another 50 shot in Chicago over this weekend, including a child under 10. If anyone in the sports world cares. It's interesting how they don't care about that, huh? No virtue signal involved with that one, huh? Good Lord, man. Anyone remember what ESPN used to cover sports? So again, this is just a reminder that black and brown people are being targeted, and we just need to make sure that we do better. We got to lock arms. We got to. You can't wear Nikes. You can't wear a hoodie. I mean, I'm wearing a hoodie, but I'm wearing Crocs, so it offsets. You know what I mean? Like cops see like, oh, he's wearing a hoodie. Oh, wait, he's got Crocs on, so it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? Did you see the TDS Juicy Smollett? Says Eric. What do you mean? Like, is there something new that happened with him? I don't know of anything new that happened with him. But always the victim card. Always the victim card. Jake the Movie Geek says, in hindsight, I wish Trump hadn't even responded to those Democrats because more attention would be on the Epstein backfire that those Democrats are trying to get military members to commit treason. Maybe. But listen, man, Donald Trump can say nothing and they will find something to be offended. The female Juicy Smollett. Okay, yeah. No, I have not seen that one. I don't think. Yeah, the thing with Democrats, man, is it doesn't matter what Trump says. They will find a reason to be fake offended no matter what. So whether he says anything or nothing at all, they will find a way to be victimized over it. So Phil says, are you 7-Eleven or 9/11? Ryan Walker says, how do you like the new Call of Duty? I've been playing a ton of Battlefield 6. The new Call of Duty sucks. It's bad. So I would stay with Battlefield 6. Mr. Bentham says, he used the hard ER. Grifters. Sorry, Jeremy. Yeah, I felt that. I felt that a little bit in my heart, man. It hurts. Ort says, tagged you on X with Santa X-Wing. Oh, boy. Lord Bothus says, from what I've heard about Mamdani is that he's like a lot of leftists, coffee shop revolutionary, who really only cares about what is good for his career. Sounds about right. ACC75 says, do a poll if you should remove a stupid chat overlay. Do you want the chat overlay removed? Okay, that's a good one. Chat overlay removed. Boom. Let's see. Chat overlay removed. Let's see what the people say. Either that or I can just I can do that. Makes it a little bit more less intrusive. Oh, this is going to be a close one, chat. This is going to be a close one right here. Uh-oh. What's chat overlay? The chat overlay on the bottom corner right there. Minister Vontek says Mamdani was already 100% cucked because under New York rules, he can't raise taxes without governor approval that she already denied. Prenon Corp says, Jeremy, can you play my clip of as I sent it to you on DMs? On Twitter? Female Jesse and Cobra if you want it. Oh, God, I got to find that one too. Bird Up says, Jay vented in electrical. Jay sus vote out Beardo. River Miles says only fix drive with two hands on the wheel. Hemorrhoid Hurts says I'm Aussie Mage IDOT. Who dat crying? Oh, that's Kirk Herbstreit, college football analyst. Taker says Jay and Ryan were both wearing black hoodies on daily, so I joked that they were going to rob a liquor store afterwards, and Jay just looked confused. All right, Eric, let me see what you got here. It's fifth, dude. It is a toss-up if you guys want to keep that chat overlay or not. That's wild. So Twitter DMs are so bad right now that it's hard to find certain group chats or even regular chats that people are sending. Okay, so this is what former GOP aide charged with allegedly staging a Smollett-style hoax when she paid a fetish artist to mutilate her body, along with Trump whore written on her stomach. Natalie Green, 26, was found hogtied with black zip ties at Egg Harbor Township Nature Reserve. She claimed that she was violently attacked by 3 men with guns who slashed her face and body before drawing political slurs on her. According to federal prosecutors, however, 2 days before Green paid a body modification artist $500 to carve violent words into her flesh with a scalpel. The prosecutors allege that Green and her accomplice gave conflicting accounts of what happened. They also found that the pair searched for zip ties near me days ago. Green faces up to 10 years in prison. Go ahead, chat. Get it out of your system. Go ahead. Go ahead, chat. Chat, go ahead. Get it out of your system. Bebop says, you still teaching Beardo and X-Wing how to play Ark tonight? I am. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Jake the Movie Geek says, yeah, I agree with that. Different topic, but I finally finished Better Call Saul. This might be blasphemous, but I think it's better than Breaking Bad. Listen, you're not wrong by thinking that. And up until probably the final season, and I'm not saying the final season of Better Call Saul is bad, because it's not. It's really good. I just don't think it's quite as good as the final season of Breaking Bad. But I thought that they were fairly equal. And then I thought that Breaking Bad had a better finale and a better finish. But Better Call Saul is fantastic. So I didn't believe that was possible. But it really is. Manny says, I can fix her. That's crazy, though. That is pretty freaking crazy. Female Juicy Smollett. Female Juicy Smollett right there. I respect her more than Juicy. I respect her a little bit more. ACC says, I got her out of my system. All right, so right now it's literally 51-49. 625 votes. That 51% say yes, remove the chat overlay. 49% say no, keep it. So that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Alex of the Mountain says, I respected her already. Okay, let's see here. What's next? The hell is that? Okay, we got more to talk about. And yes, we are playing Arc Raiders tonight. What'd you say, Laughing Man? I saw you say something about Gary. All right, it's 52. You guys are pulling away now, it looks like. So we'll see. I'll give it a few more minutes. When we get to 1,000 votes, whatever the answer is, that's what happens. So let me know, chat. Let me know. Okay, we got this right here. Zelensky would have to face an election within 100 days of President Trump and Marco Rubio's 28-point peace plan with Russia. And we talked about this a little bit earlier today, but Marco Rubio and Team Trump have put together a 28-point peace plan with Ukraine and Russia. And within that plan, Zelensky would face an election within 100 days. The agreement would be monitored and guaranteed by a peace council chaired by none other than Donald Trump. So Trump oversees both the Gaza peace plan and the Russia-Ukraine wars. More work, just what he needed. Get it done before the 2026 midterms. A peace council chaired by Donald Trump. That is amazing. I love it. I love to see it. All right, we are at 750 votes, and yes is pulling away. So we listen to the chat around here. A very close vote, though. Closer than that one we had on Open Bar, man. Holy crap. That was crazy. What is this? Okay, hang on. Scott Bessent was just spotted walking by rabid anti-Trump protesters. So he took his phone out and recorded them acting like total clowns. Imagine getting mocked by the Treasury of Secretary of the United States on the side of the road. That's freaking hilarious. That's balls right there, man. That is awesome right there. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Okay, next up on, and by the way, if you have not, you got to go over to geeksandgamers.com. 199 hoodie, 199 Cultural Task Force t-shirt, IDOT hat. Got to go check them out. All right? Got to go check them out. So, you got till November 25th, and then they are gone. And they may never, ever, ever show back up. All right. Inside the Biden-Kamala conversation at Dick Cheney's funeral. Oh, that sounds interesting. Okay.
They were spotted together at Dick Cheney's memorial service, and you could feel the tension in the pews. Biden walked in, and immediately it got awkward. The big guy was looking down and around everywhere, but at his former VP. Kamala was waiting for a hello, an acknowledgement, anything. She was like, man, he really is old. He forgot who I am. But Biden put his arm out and shook her hand and said, nice to see you, Kamala. That's it. That's what a lip reader told the Daily Mail. Dr. Jill said he wasn't ignoring you, baby girl. Relax. Harris was wagging her finger. No, he wasn't. I was thinking you're going to look at me, but he didn't. And where was Doug? Probably at spin class, breaking a sweat. And
I love that Mike Pence is there. Mike Pence got invited. That's hilarious.
Taking a schwitz. During the funeral, Kamala and Jill barely talked. The doctor broke the ice, but it didn't look that friendly. Remember, Jill was anti-Kamala from the jump. She called her husband racist. But she was loyal to Joe. She didn't throw him under the bus. That was Barack and Nance. Even though everyone wanted her to, they still do. Kamala, 2 days ago, was still defending the big guy.
I feel like it was incumbent upon him to say to you, you go do what you need to do. If you need to throw me under the bus on a few things, you go do that because we got to beat this mother. And instead, he did the opposite of that.
I just have to be very candid for the sake of my own well-being and sanity. That's not where I'm focused.
Kamala wrote a gossip book trashing Joe, and she doesn't want to talk about him anymore on her book tour. Biden must have gotten to her. He's all ego. He said from the start that Kamala couldn't win, and he still thinks he would have won if Barry hadn't staged the coup.
I love the chaos and the turmoil that has been created by this Democratic Party, all because of Donald Trump. Think about this, man. Think about how powerful Barack Hussein Obama was in that first term and even in his second term. Think about how out of touch with reality that the Republican Party was. Think about that. It's insane. And if Trump doesn't come along, we're screwed, bro. I mean, it's over at that point. And Trump has single-handedly destroyed the Democratic Party and the power hold that they had. They had everything.
Inner Circle says it wasn't Joe who needed an IQ test. It was the Democrat Party.
I thought the Democratic Party lost its mind. That's what I thought.
The Democratic Party lost its mind. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is I thought that Joe Biden was the best candidate. I thought he was the most likely person to be elected president. I thought he'd be the best president. On the day he got out of the race, he was behind Trump by 3 points. I thought he was disloyal. I thought it was an act of betrayal against the president.
Good thing Barack Hussein Obama wasn't there, or else the church would have blown up. A few weeks ago, Barack and Joe snubbed each other at Cafe Milano. It was the snub heard round the world. Where's Barack? Where's Michelle? This is Michelle's third straight no-show. She snubbed Jimmy Carter's funeral and the inauguration and blamed it on scheduling conflicts. The only thing Michelle's been busy with is her podcast. She's out there calling the country sexist, said America isn't ready to vote for a woman, told us we need to grow up. But she can't spare a few minutes to pay her respects. She must have known Nancy was going to be there. Nancy's been talking smack.
I respect her, and I know that view is one that we all are saddened by, but I think we have to change. The fact is that I've heard every excuse in the book. I thought the American people were much more ready for a woman president. Just the thought of it's so exciting, and the message it sends to the world.
Nancy isn't alone. Stephen A. is saying, "Don't you point your finger at us, girl."
Look at that.
Didn't we just see Abigail Spanberger win in Virginia, the gubernatorial seat? Isn't Kathy Hochul the governor of New York? Am I missing something? Don't look at this country and point to men and act like we wouldn't vote for you. Yes, we would. Yes, we would. Run, Michelle, run.
Remember, Stephen A. wasn't happy when Barack wagged his fingers at the base. Now the Obamas are back at it, calling him sexist. Nancy has more beef, and she's letting it all out. She's fuming at Hillary.
Why go now?
Why did I retire?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've been eager to sort of go into another phase of life for a while. I thought Hillary Clinton was going to win in 2016, and the Affordable Care Act would be intact and our country would be in great hands. She was so qualified, and then that didn't happen, so we had to stay to make the fight.
Look at it this way, Nancy.
I love how much these clowns have been owned. It was all the plan was for Hillary Clinton to win, and they were going to continue on with their bullshit. That's what they wanted to do. And Trump single-handedly destroyed every single plan that they had. Then they got him out. They got him out of office. They got him out in 2020. They rigged everything. They got him out, and they thought they were done. They threatened him. They threatened to lock him up. They threatened his family. They raided his home. They indicted him 4 times. They went after his family, his friends, his business partners, his supporters. Didn't matter. Didn't stop anything. And here we are, and they're still broken as ever. They're still throwing every single thing at the wall to try and get Trump.
You stayed in office for 10 more years and made $100 million. I'm sure Paulie P has no regrets. I guess Hillary's the reason Pelosi has such bad TDS. And it's not looking great for Nance. It's starting to spread to her bones.
You said that President Trump was a vile creature, the worst thing on the face of the earth. Do you think he's different now than he was in his first term in terms of his abilities, his leadership?
By the way, I said that as a euphemism. I could have done much worse.
You could have done worse. You could have said worse.
Yeah.
Every day, your chances of surviving this terminal case of TDS get worse.
Donald Trump is the worst president of the United States for America's children. The worst president American children have ever had. President Trump is the biggest con job in American history.
I just thought of something. Okay. Have you guys ever, hang on.
For America's
Watch this.
children. The worst president American children have ever had. He is president.
I just noticed something. Now, hang on. Go with me here, okay? The reason is because I was going to be talking about someone here. But tell me what you think about this, okay? I think I got this. Yep. Dude, go with me on this. Tell me this doesn't look like a younger version of Nancy Pelosi. Pokimane, that is what you will look like in a few years. Boom. Yep. Yep. That's what, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, look, you guys are, some of you guys are saying no. Okay, how about this? Hang on. I got something for you. Okay. Here we go. What do you guys think about this right here? You Nancy Pelosi fans, let's see if you guys like this. About that, Pelosi fans, okay?
Trump is the biggest con job in American history.
It's not just Nancy losing her mind. Chronic TDS is plaguing the whole party.
First of all, you. You to the highest order of you that you can be. Don't you ever ask me about that, you. And second of all, your guy hosted a live golf tournament in the shadow of the towers with the Saudis and palled around with them. So again, let me repeat myself. Yahoo.
When most people suffer from an affliction, their doctors tell them to cut out the cause. But if you're in politics or the media, you can't cut out Donald Trump. So it eats you alive day after day after day. Raising Cain and his ponytail think they found a cure, even though it's been tried twice. The I word.
In these times of challenge and controversy, we stand for the remedy that can make the difference and maintain the democracy, and that remedy is impeachment. Impeachment. But that's not enough. That's not enough. Impeachment we must do.
Maybe impeachment is like the vaccine. You need 2 shots and a booster. The left so triggered that Kamala's book tours turned into a therapy session.
Obviously, the book is about these 107 days, and it's a little traumatic for all of us. I mean, not to make this about me. I think this is probably true for everybody
How are
in
you
here.
feeling? How you doing?
Thank you. I just wanted you to win so.
Since the cross-legged Messiah isn't performing miracles, Kamala is going to church and praying for one.
I'm taking us to church.
Amen.
And we have the power. And we will take our power. We are strong. We love our country. We care about community. And we love the South.
You know who should be saying his prayers? Chuck, the Palestinian. Better start saying Allah Akbar.
Look at where Chuck Schumer is. He's underwater with Democrats.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I might have quit streaming if Kamala won. Like, I seriously, like, listening to that voice every day as the president of the United States. God. Like, it's crazy because you look back on 2016, you're like, man, thank God for President Trump. He saved us from Hillary. What could be worse? Kamala literally is worse in every single way. Kamala Harris is the worst nominee for president in history. It will probably never be worse. Holy crap. Rough, man. That's rough. Prino, of course, there's D-Day Cobra tagged you in the As video as well. On the RTU, you're way too obsessed with this RTU stuff. I don't care about review tech. I really don't care. I'm glad you do. I don't care about him. I don't know the whole lore or anything. NPC Hero says it's scary to think about where we may have been 6 or 7 years ago if Trump didn't come along. Very, 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 very. Phil says, Stephen A. reminds me of the black weatherman in Family Guy. Mod Eric says, Jeremy having Michael, Hillary, and Nancy up on screen. He is committed to making everyone have no nut November. CG says, scheduling conflicts, a.k.a. she's looking for preparation H for her epic butt hurt. Trump has broken her, and the Dems live rent-free in their heads. Brittany for 20 says, Jeremy's on fire tonight. Who else is sick of Rand, Massey, and Marge? They are starting their own party called America First. That's what this is about. She's a wretched woman. Anyway, way to be, D-Day. Great podcast. Thank you. I think that it's called the America Party, right? I think that's the party that Elon claimed he was going to start with Thomas Massey and all of that. But it's going to go absolutely nowhere. It really is. It won't go anywhere. ACC75 says, stay on Pokemon. I need to study it thoroughly. Mr. Bitham says, why, Jeremy? Andrew Sierra says, would for that insider trading. Mr. Bitham says, Beardo, sing Pelosi dancing. A man's got to eat. Thomas says, roll call website says, Trump meeting with Kwame at 3 p.m. Eastern. Fuck. That means it's gonna... I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it then. It needs to be a little bit earlier, Trump. Come on, man. Don't do this to me. Godzilla's Greaser says, it'll be nice for us Texans to no longer have to deal with him or Jasmine crock of shit.
That's in the most recent Fox News poll, -2 points. But at this point, Hakeem Jeffries is running over 30 points better with Democrats nationally than Chuck Schumer is. The anger on the left is much more so against Chuck Schumer than it is against Hakeem Jeffries.
Chuck and Hakeem better watch out. Raising Cane wants to trade his cane for a sombrero.
No, I have not spoken to Democratic leadership. I am a liberated Democrat.
Now, we're looking at Democratic leadership right here.
That's
right. There's that Cane cameo. We all know this isn't Al Green's party, and it's not Barack's, Biden's, or Kamala's. The party belongs to Kwame the Commie, and the Commie Caucus is kicking off a Dem bloodbath. They're predicting at least 30% of House Democrats could get primaried. That number might turn out to be even higher. The Commie Caucus is licking their chops. People's hair's on fire. They just feel like they've got to do something. People are pissed. They're sad. They're concerned. It's going to be a bloodbath, they're saying. Tomorrow, the face of the revolution enters the biggest arena of all, the Oval Office, where he'll come face to face with capitalism.
Tomorrow, we have a communist coming to the White House because that's who the Democrat Party elected as the mayor of the largest city in the country. I think it's very telling, but I also think it speaks to the fact that President Trump is willing to meet with anyone and talk to anyone and to try to do what's right on behalf of the American people, whether they live in blue states or red states.
The commie's the one who requested the meeting. That's smart. MSNBC is like, why would you do that?
And we do have an official time. So right here, it's official. President Trump will meet communist Mamdani in the Oval Office tomorrow at 3 p.m. That's going to be EST. How am I going to juggle all of this shit tomorrow? I'm going to figure it out, though. We'll figure it out. We will make it happen.
What is your goal for a meeting with Donald Trump? What do you want to come out of a meeting with Donald Trump?
I want to just speak plainly to the president about what it means to actually stand up for New Yorkers and the way in which New Yorkers are struggling to afford this city.
Mamdani hasn't even been sworn in yet, and his plans are already falling apart.
How are you getting that money, the $700 million to make the buses free, into the MCA if she's not for raising taxes?
You know, I think that the two clearest ways to raise that money is through the raising of the state's corporate tax to match that of New Jersey. I think that a lot of this is still a case to be made. The most important fact is that we fund it, not the question of how we do it, but that we do it.
There you go. Mamdani doesn't know where he's getting the money to make free stuff. One way to get the money is from Trump. If he doesn't show respect tomorrow, Trump's going to cut off his allowance like a daddy. Here's some advice. Watch what Zelensky did the first time and don't do that. Wear a suit. Be respectful. Be grateful. Maybe show up with a gift because you know Trump's going to give him a Trump 2028 hat. Trump wants New York to be successful too. It's his hometown. He's got real estate there, friends, family. And when he leaves office, eventually, he doesn't want New York prosecutors trying to put him in prison. Wouldn't that be nice? Tomorrow will be a great symbol to Democratic politicians
Gonna be
all
so
across
good.
the country.
It's gonna be
that you
so
can
good.
work with Trump at making things beautiful, safe, and affordable. Mondami can go in there with his head held high. He shouldn't have to hide his face like Big Gretch. Democrats who work with Trump get rewarded. Democrats who go to war get hurt, discredited, or get thrown out of office. There's a lot of stake for Mondami. This is like getting called up from the minors, and the first pitcher you face is Ohtani. Just ask him where the Diet Coke button is. It won't blow you up. It'll be fine.
I love it. It's going to be great. So that is happening tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. I will be here covering it. It's going to be great. With that said, we got another stream tonight. We are going to be playing Arc Raiders over on my gaming channel. Minister of Wrong Things says, any port in a storm, X-Wing looking for Nancy. So yeah, if you guys want to watch us play Arc Raiders tonight, it's going to happen over on my gaming channel. This will raid that. Yeah, that's 2 p.m. for us Texas peeps. I'm in the panhandle still. I have not relocated yet, but I will be very soon. So thank you guys so much. Momani says, hell of a great stream, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats. And thank you for liking the video. Thank you for commenting afterwards. Again, go over to geeksandgamers.com if you're interested. They're in the pinned post. You can go check that out. You got till this Friday. Oh no, actually sooner than that. This Tuesday, right? When is 25th? I don't even remember. Anyway, so check it out. You only got till the 25th of November. 199 hoodie, Unit 199 shirt, or the IDOT hat. So thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate it. Hope you have a great evening. I'll see you for Arc Raiders over on my gaming channel if you're interested. This will be my first time playing it on stream. I'm still fairly new to the game, so we'll see what happens. So it should be fun. Have a good evening, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for the Mom Donnie thing. It'll be crazy awesome. Let's go. Bye, everyone.